And welcome back. I hope you've all been doing well. So in this video, we're going to take a look at GNOME Boxes. For those of you who have no idea what GNOME Boxes is, it is a very simplistic virtual machine manager for Linux. So it is basically an application that allows you to install and run various different operating systems on your current computer without having to worry about formatting your system, losing all of your data and everything else. You can play with different operating systems to your heart's content, test them out, break them, delete them, reinstall them, with no worry to any issues with your current install. If you're a distro hopper, this is the perfect tool for you to test out new distros before you commit to making the change. So now that I have given you a rather brief definition of what it is, we'll talk about a little bit about the core technologies behind it. The actual hypervisor itself is QEMU and KVM. This is what actually runs the virtual machines. We do have a virtualization API used by Boxes, and that's LibVirt, L-I-B-V-I-R-T. And the SPICE protocol allows for clipboard sharing, USB redirection, and it does give some pretty decent video performance. So some of the weaknesses real quick, it is very limited in its configuration options. You don't have access to things like XML and so forth. There is no GPU pass-through support, and the performance, while good, it's not as fast or customizable as something like VirtualBox. And it doesn't have any snapshot manager UI. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you GNOME Boxes. I actually have it up and running right now. And I have an instance of Linux Mint live. All right, so before we dive right into it, let me give you a quick tour of what we're looking at here. So this is the UI. And up in the top right-hand corner, you've got the three lines. You click on that, you have access to your keyboard shortcuts, to help files, and then of course the about boxes. Next to that, you have a toggle for whether you want to use list view or tiled view for your virtual machines. I prefer the tiled. And then you have a search option. Over on the far left-hand side, you have a plus button, and we'll be using that when we do an install. So I do want to go ahead and install Fedora for you to show you how the process works. And I'll do a little video editing magic on that to speed it up so we're not sitting here for 20-30 minutes. And you can see now that I have an instance of Linux Mint running, so I'll go ahead and open it up. It may be asleep. There we go. So up in the top left-hand corner where the plus sign was originally, now we have an arrow. If you click that, you can minimize your instance and then go back to it whenever you so choose. Okay, so since Boxes is not installed on this machine, let me double check all applications, and it is not. We'll go ahead and get it installed real quick. So open up a terminal. All right, now so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and update. Sudo apt update. Put in our password, and we should be good to go. All right, so if you are following along, you obviously don't have it installed. So to install, we're going to type in sudo apt install GNOME Boxes. Hit enter and hit Y. Let it do its thing. All right, so let's go ahead and enable virtualization. So to do that, I'm just going to copy and paste from the instructions I have that I created. I'm just going to copy and paste those in here. And we're going to hit enter. And we're good to go on that. And now we're finished with the installation. It was that easy. So let's go ahead and check if we have, actually I'm going to close out the terminal. And then let me check and see if we have the icon installed, and we do not. Oh yeah, we do, Boxes. So it's already right here. So simply open it up. And you can take the tour if you want, or just close it out. And you're good to go. It's just that simple. Go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to go ahead and shut this machine down. All right, so before we get into uninstalling and then reinstalling Fedora for demonstration purposes, I do want to mention that I did promise to upload the instructions for the ChatGPT client in my last video, upload those instructions to my GitHub. I will be doing that probably later on tonight or maybe tomorrow. And I do have instructions for this as well. I've decided that for each how-to I do, I am going to create a set of instructions with notes and then put them on my GitHub. So viewers can simply go there, grab the instructions, and then copy and paste. All right, so let's move on. If you want to get rid of one of your virtual machines, you simply right-click on it and choose delete. Now you can also clone it as well. And then again, here's the preferences that you can go in and make the adjustments to your resources and configuration. But for our purposes right now, we want to get rid of this. So we're going to click on delete, and it is gone. Now I'm going to pause for a quick moment and grab the ISO for Fedora, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I have the ISO downloaded. So let's go ahead and click on the plus sign in the top left-hand corner. And you've got two featured downloads here, which are both Ubuntu. So you don't need to download the ISO for those. You can just click on one of these, which is what I did. When I installed it, I used the first option, the live option, or I'm sorry, the non-LTS option, long-term support. And now to install from an ISO, you simply want to choose the first option, which is create virtual machine from file, ISO, image, etc. Click on that. We're going to go to my downloads, and there it is. Hit open. Now we can go ahead and dedicate some memory to it. I'm going to give it 16 gigs for right now. And then storage limit, I'm going to go 25. I can always change these later. And then hit create. And here we go. All right, we're in. So we want to go ahead and click on install Fedora. Initializing. And of course, we're going to choose English for United States. Hit next. Use the entire disk. If you want to use encryption, you can. This is a virtual machine for playing around with, so I don't really mess with it. Hit next again, and review, erase. Or actually, review up here that everything is to your liking, and then we'll hit erase data and install. And I'm going to speed this up to save some time. All right, so we are successfully installed. We'll go ahead and click exit to live desktop. And let's take a quick look here. If we go to our app tray, you can see that Boxes is already installed. So again, as I mentioned in the intro, a lot of distros that have GNOME as their desktop, their default desktop environment, Boxes is already there. And this video was really to help people who don't already have it installed. So anyway, go ahead and close out of that. And that's going to wrap up the video. So I hope you got some value out of this. And if you did, please consider leaving a like, as it supposedly helps me out in the algorithm. This is a lot of fun and I've enjoyed it. So I'm going to go ahead and now and do some editing on this. And then I'm going to upload the 2 files to the GitHub. And then I think I'm going to enjoy some Monster Hunter Wilds for the rest of the night. So take it easy, stay safe out there, and I hope to see you in the next video.